Lady Gaga made real mayhem with her Coachella performance, and I mean that in the best possible way. From the moment she stepped on stage, the energy was electric. Her fans, whom she lovingly refers to as little monsters, were out in full force, and Gaga gave them a performance they'll never forget.
Is it fun to you to know that there's like so many people that call themselves little monsters?
Yeah. I love it.
Gaga reminded us exactly why she's a pop powerhouse. She opened the nearly 2-hour show with Bloody Mary, taking us all the way back to her 2011 Born This Way era. From there, she seamlessly jumped into a wild medley of Abracadabra, Judas, and Poker Face. It felt like a trip through Gaga's own musical galaxy, and every planet was iconic.
I'm really singing it from the heart.
But it wasn't just about the music. Lady Gaga packed her set with visual nods to her legendary music videos. For paparazzi, she made a dramatic entrance using metal crutches, just like in the original 2009 video. Later, Gaga performed Disease, a new track from her 2025 album Mayhem, lying beside a skeleton in a haunting reference to Bad Romance. And for those with sharp eyes, her white crown from the same era made a comeback during a chessboard-style dance battle near the end of the show. Totally iconic. Of course, the singer also treated fans to fresh material. Several songs from her new album Mayhem made the set list, including Killa, which Gaga said she was especially excited to perform. In an interview with Uproxx, she called it ultra confident, ultra funky, super unique, and cool.
Mayhem is all of these like gothic dreams.
And honestly, she totally owned that vibe. Before Coachella, Gaga had already been teasing something big. When the festival lineup was revealed back in November 2024, she took to Instagram to share how she'd always dreamed of creating a chaotic, unforgettable night out in the desert.
It's an absolute privilege to be a songwriter and a singer and to be able to sing for people during this time and just send as much love as I can.
She told fans, "I'm headlining and starting the weekend off at Coachella. Can't wait to hear you all sing along and dance, dance, dance till we drop." And that's exactly what happened.
You're headlining Coachella this year, and you've promised a night of chaos.
Yes, that might be several days of chaos.
While Gaga gave us a night packed with energy, power, and jaw-dropping visuals, she also keeps finding ways to connect with her fans on a much more personal level. Recently, Lady Gaga opened up to the New York Times about a difficult chapter in her life, her battle with psychosis in 2020.
I was not deeply in touch with reality for a while, and it took me out of life in a big way. And after a lot of years of hard work, I got myself back.
That's an incredibly raw admission from someone who spent years pushing the boundaries of creativity and performance. She also shared how her fiancé, entrepreneur Michael Polanski, helped her see that even after she had overcome psychosis, she still wasn't as happy as she could be.
I was in a much better place when I met him, but I remember him saying to me, pretty early on, I know you could be a lot happier than you are.
And that hit her hard, because let's be real, when you're struggling, sometimes the last thing you want is for someone to notice. But in hindsight, that moment was an important one for her.
I was really hard for me to hear him say that because I didn't want him to think that of me. I wanted him to think I was this happy, just totally together person, and I wasn't really yet.
Gaga also admitted that for a long time, she felt ashamed of her experience, but now she wants others to know it can get better.
And I mostly just wish to say, if you have been through something like that, or you are, it can get better. And it did for me. And I'm really grateful for that.
Now, psychosis is a term that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean? According to the National Institute of Mental Health, it's a condition that affects the mind to the point where there's a loss of contact with reality. Symptoms can include paranoia, difficulty thinking clearly, anxiety, sleep disturbances, and more. And while it sounds rare, it's actually more common than people think, affecting anywhere from 15 to 100 people per 100,000 each year.
My own trauma in my life has helped me to understand the trauma of others.
As for what causes psychosis, that varies. It can stem from medications, underlying mental or physical health conditions, extreme stress, or even lack of sleep.
I have mental health issues. I take a lot of medication to stay on board.
Gaga didn't share what triggered hers, but she did open up about what helped her heal, learning to balance her larger-than-life stage persona with her real-life self. She explained, "I'd like to think that I'm a kind person, but there's a ferociousness and a hardness and an intensity that I have on stage as a performer. And figuring out how to exist as both Lady Gaga and Stefani Germanotta was a challenge."
I can't always control things that my brain does.
Over time, she learned not to fuel the chaos she once thrived on, saying, "I used to like more chaos, just living life on the edge constantly. I'm now proud to be much more boring."
Even though it was hard, it was the best thing that could come out of my mental illness, was to share it with other people and let, our generation as well as other generations know that if you are feeling not well in your mind, that you're not alone, and that people that you think would never have a problem do.
But this wasn't the only struggle Lady Gaga faced. She's battled through numerous hardships, many of which continue to haunt her to this day. In 2016, speaking about her role in A Star Is Born, Gaga confessed to feeling insecure and ugly sometimes. Even after reaching that incredible level of success and admiration, the Grammy winner couldn't accept herself, and it was the battle of a lifetime. The celebrity had been fighting bulimia and anorexia since she was Gaga wanted to be skinny so bad that she was constantly throwing up in high school. Bulimia eventually started to damage her voice, with the acid affecting her vocal cords. Encouraging people to embrace their flaws, the singer launched the Body Revolution movement in 2012. She posted a picture of herself in her underwear and asked her fans to do the same. Not surprisingly, her message resonated with thousands of people from all over the world. Eating disorder is just one of the many horrific monsters haunting Gaga since her teenage years. In 2019, the singer-turned-actress also admitted that she feels miserable every single day after an incident that took place when she was just 19. As a teenager, she experienced a traumatic incident involving a music producer. Gaga opened up to Vogue about it, saying, "No one else knew. It was almost like I tried to erase it from my brain. And when it finally came out, it was like a big, ugly monster. And you have to face the monster to heal."
After I was assaulted when I was 19, I changed forever. I feel shame for what happened to me. I still have days where I feel like it was my fault.
Years later, Gaga wrote a deeply personal song about resilience and overcoming trauma titled "Till It Happens to You." The song was featured in the 2015 documentary The Hunting Ground, which explores the issue of campus safety in the United States. She told LA Times, "It was really hard for me when the song came out. I was really stressed out about it. Every time I listen to it, I cry. Every time I get a text about it, I always feel sick. It's like this thing you don't want to face." She never got over that traumatic experience. The emotional pain started causing serious physical pain. It was another unbearable stage in the life of a young artiste. She went to the doctors and got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and fibromyalgia, a long-term condition that causes pain all over the body.
So proud to be a part of a movie that addresses mental health issues. They're so important.
In the Netflix documentary Gaga, 5'2", we see how the singer deals with chronic pain. In fact, the whole film is shot through with pain and trauma, and the struggle to maintain not just her sanity, but continue to function at a high level. It was a very brave move to raise awareness of the issue and connect with those suffering from fibromyalgia. Talking about her everyday PTSD struggles, when even being touched by a stranger can trigger her, Gaga stated categorically that she is not going to give up.
I wanted to ask you very much how you found speaking out and how it made you feel.
It made me very nervous at first. There's a lot of shame attached to mental illness, but you can't help it.
The powerful singer and actress is determined to fight her demons with the help of love. But I am a strong and powerful woman who is aware of the love I have around me from my team, my family and friends, my doctors, and from my incredible fans who I know will never give up on me. However, at some point she seemed to be giving up, which took the form of alcohol and substance addiction.
One of the hardest things that I ever had to give up was drugs and alcohol.
In an attempt to tame her demons, Gaga confessed to smoking around 20 marijuana cigarettes a day and generally taking a lot of drugs to stop feeling the constant pain. During a difficult period, the star singer isolated herself in her apartment, using substances while writing music. Years later, she would reflect on that time with regret, acknowledging how it influenced her creative process. But thankfully, Lady Gaga seems to be in a much better place now. Thriving in a loving relationship with her fiancé, Michael Polanski, could love be what's helping her heal? Who knows what other revelations we are yet to her from this incredible woman who has managed not only to survive the cruelties of this world, but to become one of the most outstanding modern performers. This is all from us for today. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.